I think I would describe my experience on the teen internship as educational. So there's definitely a lot that I've learned on the internship. Some of it was quite applicable to my PhD as well. Yeah, definitely collaborated with lots of people and learned lots of new things. How about you?
Yeah, I think my word I'd go for diverse. I had the opportunity, I think, to work with a really diverse set of people with different skill sets and different backgrounds, which certainly helped my ability to communicate across disciplines, which I think was particularly useful over my time there. Yeah, so during my internship, I was working on using large language models to help victims navigate the criminal justice system. So building some informational tools to help them understand their rights and actions that they can take.
Yeah, so I was working on using language models to extract information from free text, and I was working on the families and intergenerational offending team. So we were looking for information about the children of prisoners to essentially produce statistical aggregations. Yeah, so there are definitely some things that were transferable. So general things like just better Git branching and software engineering best practices. But something that was especially similar for me was using large language models to extract information. So yeah, I definitely had to do a bit of that for the data that I was working on during my PhD as well. So yeah, that was very, helpful to have that experience at the UMJ.
Yeah, I think for me, my PhD has an element of human in the loop and interactivity. And so during this internship, we had a bit of an opportunity to run a small user study. And it was super helpful for me to learn from applied user researchers who have expertise in this area. So I was able to sort of directly extract some of their methods, and now I can apply it to my PhD going forward when I eventually do some user studies for my PhD work. So I think that was where the real value of the internship and some of the parallels between the internship and my PhD work really came into play. Yeah, so I chose to pursue the internship, I think primarily because I wanted an opportunity to apply some of the theoretical lessons I'd learned during my PhD in an applied setting. And I think the Ministry of Justice was a really good outlet for that. And then in terms of going forward and why I would recommend it, I got a lot of skills out of it that directly applied to my PhD. So how to run user studies, how to follow best practices in coding. But then I think beyond that, I feel in a much better position to apply for jobs after the PhD on the back of my internship, because I think a lot of the skills that I learned can directly be applied to the jobs that I want. And then also it's given me a more three-dimensional understanding of some of the requirements of jobs that I'm pursuing. So it was all in all a really great experience. How about you?
Oh, I have very little left to say now.
Stole everything.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, I think it was quite easy to apply, so that was definitely a big factor. And I was able to do the internship part-time alongside the PhD, which I think is also nice for me because it's like a change of pace, really. I get to work on different problems at the same time. So my internship was actually extended a few times, and eventually I received an offer to basically stay on part-time permanently. And yeah, I think definitely a very rewarding experience. And if you're thinking of applying for it, I would definitely recommend it.